myself, Bill, the boys hanging out with good old Fortnite Kid, except for he's telling me he's not a Fortnite Kid anymore. He told me he retired, so I don't know what I'm supposed to call him now, so I guess I'll just call him Boy. Instead of Kid, we'll just call you Boy. I'm joking, I'm not going to do that. We're going to call you Fortnite Kid still, because we still know you're a Fortnite Kid at heart. We know that's the truth. So, as we get ready to step into the action, let's let them know that we are just about good to go on our end. Let's transition on into the play, and let's let them know apparently my chat has been disabled. Chat has been disabled. Do you want to go let them know that we're good to go? I apologize for this, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently my chat has been disabled. I did not do that. It continues to keep happening. It escapes me. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to be getting this match started. We have both teams in the action, ready to go. And I'll have to look into that in between the intermission. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we are just about good to go. We got everybody here in the lobby.
Is it Twitch channel?
No, it's literally like my in-game right here. Why are we?
What do you mean?
Why am I getting the mic? It's not working. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are good to go. All our players are now ready. They're in-house, and it looks like our matches are just about set. I know I'm excited to see what happens here. I don't know about you, but I know I have been ready and waiting for this matchup now for a few weeks.
I didn't even know the U.S. Army had an eSports team until you told me about this, so
Yeah.
I'm excited.
All right. So, I have no idea why my chat is not working, ladies and gentlemen, but it says I should be able to chat, allow chat with everybody, but it's not letting me chat for some reason. You know, gotta love that, gotta love it. What I'm gonna do, all right, here we go. We got everybody hopping into the match. I don't know why it's not letting me chat. This is annoying. I've never actually ran into this issue ever in the history of Rocket League, so gotta love it when they switch things up. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are now set and in the action. It is in fact going to be Jay Elijah, Wubbubs, and X-Ray going up against Gamer Steve, It's Stuxy, and Otis. And Tuxie puts it up, gets a hit right into the defender, and gets deflected right back in top goal. And the Army already putting up a mark here to start it out. Wubbub's there, but unfortunately could not make the stop needed.
And kickoff goes to U.S. Army. There goes up, gets it, and Walden got it back.
All right, and it's kicked into the corner. Jay Elijah is going to push it on over to X-Ray. He's going to grab it, tries to get a flick past Otis. Unfortunately, there's a lot of aggression coming from the Army eSports team right now, right out of the gate, which you expect, honestly, from a professional team. And they get it past, just past the think he was looking to potentially get a hit there. He let it go, and it just floats right in. A good fake out there by Gamer Steve. X-Ray just out of position and unable to get there. And as we get ready with 4:18 on the clock, Army eSports up 2:04 minutes on the clock and counting.
Going up.
And apparently I lost the in-game audio somehow. No matter what, though, we're going to keep on pushing through, and we'll look into that technical difficulty here in a moment. As long as we got the game going, hopefully you guys can hear everything that is going on here.
Oh. And Walden scores.
All right, and I'm not exactly sure why the audio is not coming through, but here we go. The audio is back. It is on. And here we go. And Walden bringing it back, 1-2 now, 3:30 on the clock. We got everything now working in good order. It looks like all teams are ready. They are pushing. Otis now tries to put it across in front of goal. Passes over to Gamer Steve, and he gets it. Top bar. There we go. Or top shelf, I should say. He didn't catch the top bar. Some good, quick team plays, some good passes, and now Army eSports is up by 2 here in this one.
Kick off. And Army gets the ball. Coming back. And Army.
Tuxie tries to push it across. X-Ray grabs it, puts it towards goal. Otis now up, pushing towards that sidewall. Tries to get an extra touch on it. Does not, however. Gamer Steve up above the goal there. Pushes it away with a good clear. A lot of aggression coming from both sides right now. But at some point, you really hope that the Army might slip up just a little bit. You know, give this Walden High School team another chance to get back into it. And it's not that they need to give it to them. I know that this Walden team is definitely capable of taking it all the same. But we're just curious to see how things continue to play out here. I know this Walden team is definitely very headstrong. 3 seniors that are coming off of a championship from the Isaiah Conference, the Wisconsin High School Esports Alliance, as well as they were really close to making the grand finals for the HSEL Conference as well. And I know we do have 2 of these players are potentially gateway commits. Both Jay Elijah and Wubbubs are both looking like they'll potentially be here next season, so you might be seeing a lot more action coming from them. And then you got their team captain, X-Ray, phenomenal player. I've known him for years, and man, do I respect his gameplay. Unfortunately, as I'm trying to respect the gameplay, Gamer Steve sneaks one in there, and he makes me feel a little bit disrespected there. But nonetheless, we'll let it slide. You know what, Gamer Steve? We'll let that one go. But as I was saying, X-Ray, a very good player. I've known him for years. He's actually committing over to Carthage with a few other players that I know. We got Blaze over there. We got Turbid Juggler, who's committed over there already. We definitely have a few other players that have came from the Racine conglomerate as well and pushed their way over there as well. But those are just a few that I've personally worked with very closely. And Jay Elijah, that clinging of the bar is not what you want to hear right now. A little bit of a motivational defeater right now. Otis gets met by Wubbubs with a good stop there. Over to Jay Elijah, pushing up the field. It's Tuxie getting in the way, however.
And U.S. Army gets the ball back up in the air. It's going down. Oh, back up again. And close to scoring, but not there yet. Army has the ball. Just missed it.
Good defender by X-Ray. Going to push it upfield. Gamer Steve, though, gets right in the face and immediately pushes into that corner. Seen that name a little bit everywhere, all over the screen today thus far. Gamer Steve doing a great job leading the pack here for Army eSports. X-Ray now pushes it across. Jay Elijah puts it up. And it's Tuxie grabs it and pushing it right back in their faces. X-Ray now trying to get back up on it. Pushes it across in front of goal. However, Otis is there and kicks it away with a nice save.
Up and about. And, oh, just missed it. Up again. Otis with, 10 seconds left in the game.
Gamer Steve puts it up, tries to get the double tap. However, X-Ray is there. A double commit there. However, it doesn't really matter at this point, seeing as they're down by 3. But let's make sure that moving forward, we get some good communication rolling out. Because right now, the Army is rolling forward. And this is going to be a best of 5 for anybody who is wondering. As we get ready to get right back into it. Army did a great job taking control to start it out. We saw some really good plays by Gamer Steve. It's Tuxie doing some great defensive plays as well, really pushing around the field and making just a way of it, really making it look smooth in transition. Great team plays, good passes. Just really hoping to see Walden really kick it up here a notch going into this next match. I definitely know they have a lot to give here in this one. They're a very good team, very solid squad here, but let's see how they continue to put it together moving forward. All I got to say is this is great exposure, not even just for these players, but also for somebody like you there, Fortnite Kid. I mean, at your age, being a middle schooler, being able to, hang out and shoutcast at a collegiate level, but at this point, you're kind of actually casting at somewhat of a professional level because we do have professional players, a professional team in the mix here, so you're getting that good exposure, and as you're getting that good exposure, we're also seeing some solid goals happening here. Gamer Steve sneaking it past a lot of them, and with 10 seconds off the board, Army is back up 1-0.
Just like last game when first 5-ish seconds of the game, goal. It looks like X-Ray got it, and it's Tuxie's up in the air, and Elijah blocked it.
And Wubbubs grabs hold of it. However, Gamer Steve is there to slow him down. Cause a little bit of disruption there. And a solid demo. That's what you want to see right now. Just want to see the separation of the field. Keep on taking the aggression and putting it to him. A nice demo in the air. It's Tuxie with the save. X-Ray tries to get there. Otis kicks it away. Now Jay Elijah is going to push it back across the field.
It's up in the air. Back down. Tuxie hit it. Looks like X-Ray got it back up. And Wobbles hit it. Up in the air. And just missed it.
Solid redirect opportunity, unfortunately. Like I said, just barely missing the mark. Wubbubs is going to throw it on up, though. Try to set up some type of play here. Gets it put in front. That was a nice setup. Unfortunately, nobody was there to capitalize. Got to pass both defenders there. And now they're pushing back the other way. Wubbubs with a clear, trying to get it past the defender. However, they grab it up, put it off the sidewall. Jay Elijah tries to get the hit, but unfortunately misses on that one. Just a nice little redirect. Might have been able to pop it past the defender and put it in. We did see some decent little lob style kind of hits that went in and kind of trickled past, like water drop past the defenders, and seeing if maybe we can get something going here from Walden doing the same. With 3 minutes on the clock, we're starting to see a lot more just well-defined plays by the Walden team, slowing down this Army squad. I mean, what are some of the things that you're seeing that are impressing you right now?
So I've never seen the Army or any professional eSports like Rocket League team, and this is not at all what I expected. They're doing really well. A lot of up in the air stuff, and Walden looks like that first score, it looks like Walden got the ball snuck past them, so a bit better defense, but all that's doing well.
I mean, I would feel from last game, kind of going down as quickly as they did to be able to hold this defensive line right now. Walden's doing a fantastic job against Army right now. But the thing is that good enough? That's the reality of it. I'm not saying to break anybody down or hurt anybody's feelings. The reality of it is you need to step it up. When you know you're going up against this type of caliber team, you got to bring everything. You got to open up the bag and pull out every trick that you have. And right now, I don't think I've seen any necessarily a trick pulled out just yet. I've seen a little bit of small ball. I've seen some aerial games. I've seen a little bit of double commits and miscommunication, which I hope I haven't seen quite since. And another one off the bar, ladies and gentlemen. It hurts. It hurts to see.
X-Ray hit it up in the air. Gamer Steve hit it back down and just missed it. Elijah with control. Now X-Ray at the goal. Nope.
For anybody who is just tuning in, I am Joseph the Voice, hanging out with Fortnite Kid, one of our junior casters from this season. And we're bringing you guys Walden High School taking on Army eSports Professional Rocket League team. And boy, has this been a matchup thus far. Army took the first one 4-1. And ladies and gentlemen, Walden got so close to tying it up there once again. And off the top bar, that's what I want to see right now. I want to see again. We got a minute. It's like a 2-minute drill right now. Let's see something happen, boys.
Yeah, so this Walden team is a high school team going against a pro team. So losing 1-0 is doing pretty well for teenagers against people who have trained probably most of their life for this specific game.
Not to mention they get the opportunity to train every day consecutively, consistently. And Gamer Steve finding the back of that net with 35 seconds remaining on the goal. Otis with a beautiful pass there, and Gamer Steve just puts it right in.
Right when I said it was 1-0 too, I jinxed it.
It has been a fantastic outing thus far by both teams in this best of 5 matchup.
Wobble's got it. Oh. Alright. Somewhat up. Just missed it. Elijah with the ball. And Otis hit it and missed.
It definitely feels like they haven't quite kicked off the nerves just yet. And I'm hoping to see a stronger outing here in this third match. I'm really hoping to see Walden go up to start it out and really reset the tempo, reset, just their thought process going into this. Because right now they're down, but they're not out. I understand you might have lost 2 games, but at this point you're not done, you're not out. We just got to make sure everybody is making the plays that they need to, that the communication is there, that the rotations are there. We really just got to make sure the dynamic is flowing. And we'll see if that continues here as we get ready for game 3 here in this one.
Well, so the first game, they've gotten much better from the first game to the last one. Let's see if they could possibly do better than this last game and see if they could win and keep this stream going.
Oh, and a beautiful save there. Wellbuff tried to put it across, tries to get another touch on it. However, Gamer Steve grabs it up, tries to fake out the defender, but it gets touched, it gets kicked over to the corner. X-Ray dribbling it off, and Jay Elijah grabs and gives a little bit of help there. And a pinch flying now in the other direction.
Up in the air. Looks like the Gamer Steve just hit it back down. Going towards the goal. And gets blocked. Otis with the ball. And it's Tuxie attempted to hit it in the goal, but it was blocked. Elijah has the ball. It's Tuxie just missed it.
The one thing I'm really noticing about this Army team that I think is really setting them apart from Walden right now is the fact that I just think they're doing better small ball game. So what I mean by that in particular is, if you notice, most of the plays that they've scored on have been like short little passes where they've quickly just kicked it out, where they've had kind of just like 2 guys fairly near each other in proximity, and they'll get a subtle pass to the one and he'll just kick it over to the third guy, and they'll be able to capitalize off of that. So there's been a lot of just good dynamic team plays that I've seen play out, and I'm really curious to see if Walden can find a way to slow them down or find a way to just stop that third from getting effective in those types of plays where they know they're trying to set up a team play or they're trying to get a pass out to the defender. Right there's another one. And do they got the double tap? They do, and they put it down. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to push on in, we were just double checking something. We're trying to get the stream pushed out to Facebook, but unfortunately, sorry to any of our Facebook viewers that weren't able to see it today. We'll make sure that moving forward we have that fixed. But right now, Army is only up 1-0. There's 2:15 on the clock. Tick-tock. We got to get something going here if we're Walden.
Up in the air. Gamer Steve hits it. Wobbles with control. X-Ray hits it off the wall. Otis back with the ball. And it looks like Gamer Steve scored.
Gamer Steve is just dropping down these dimes. These floaters, I tell you, they're sometimes really hard to defend just because you're not. I look at that from my angle and I'm thinking, okay, that's going to be off that bar, you know, like in my head. But instead it goes bar down, and it's just really hard at times to be able to judge some of those, especially with the speed when you guys are going, when you don't maybe understand how close you are to that wall. There's so much that comes into it.
And it's not even that. It's like the way your perspective is, too.
Exactly.
Off the wall. X-Ray with it. Wobbles taking control. Up in the air. And it's Tuxie just blocked it.
Jay Elijah pushes it across to Wubbubs, puts it up for X-Ray. X-Ray tries to get the double tap, puts it down. Jay Elijah was there, but unfortunately just unable to capitalize. X-Ray with a nice setup here. Can he get it? Shoots it on over to the corner from Jay Elijah. Now it's Tuxie pushing it the other way.
And that one play, I can see what they're going to do, but unfortunately they just missed it.
And it's Tuxie now going to flip it on up towards midfield, puts it past the defender. At this point, just hoping to continue to kill time. It's not really about running up the score as much as it is about securing the victory. And right there, I think that is the secured victory.
Well, there's been Gamer Steve, who has completely had dimes, and then there's been Otis, alright? They have been doing phenomenal so far. Off the wall, wobbles with the block, and it's Tuxie just hit it.
Jay Elijah tries to get a double tap here. Otis is there to send it away. Unfortunately, that's one thing I don't like about Rocket League is sometimes I think there are certain save situations that should be recorded, and they're not. But it is what it is. That was a beautiful stop there. Now it's Tuxie pushing it back the other way. Gamer Steve with the aggression, staying on it. Jay Elijah slows it down. Wubbubs now grabs it up, flips it past one, tries to get it past two. However, Otis is there to slow it down and stop the attack. With only 3 seconds remaining, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Army eSports is going to take this showcase. And hopefully you guys can expect to see more showcases moving forward. I do also want to thank our lovely providers for our pizza. Give me one moment and I'll be right back because I don't want to mispronounce it. I'll be right back and give you the exact right pronunciation. All right, so correction, it is Nona Wells. Thank you very much for the pizza. And actually, I didn't even have to send for help. He knew right away. He said, I get that pizza. That is my stuff. Fortnite Kid knows all about it. So Nona Wells, clearly you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you very much for helping support us and everything we're doing here. Thank you to Walden. Thank you to the Army. And thank you to all of you for being here, being a part of the action. And hopefully, like I said, we'll have more showcases coming up in the future, and we'll be able to get you guys in the action more as we continue pushing forward. So thank you very much, and we will be back at another day.